Shaun Haney joins us now with perspective from across the border. And Shaun, as always, thanks for taking the time to chat with us here today. So how has this attack impacted JBS's Canadian operations?
Hey, Jenna, great to be with you here this morning. So, yeah, it did have an impact similar to the U.S. The JBS plant is in Brooks, Alberta. It's one of the two major packers in Western Canada. So the plant being shut down for a day is a very significant issue. The company communicated to its employees through Instagram on Monday that the plant would not be slaughtering cattle, but it would be running a fabrication shift. Also, it looks like it did not run on Tuesday morning with the slaughter shift, but restarted on Tuesday afternoon. So that's very, very good news that plant is restarted.
Now, any thoughts on the timing of the hack as it applies to the beef industry challenges we're seeing?
Well, it's incredibly badly timed, which tells you that the hackers kind of know what they're doing, I guess. There's so much discussion right now on the separation of cash and cutout value. This added variable to the market dynamic is not going to help at all. I think it's ridiculous that some people are talking about how this is some sort of self-inflicted thing based on some of the, if you look at the market right now, based on the money the Packers are making, there's nothing but incentive right now for them to run at full capacity. But I think it does make us question, based on some of that consolidation that you just talked about before I came on, it just shows how vulnerable we are.
These are two major hacks we've seen here of late, creating disruption in both energy and food systems. What's your takeaway here, Shaun?
Cyber warfare is incredibly real. A lot of times we think about attacks being more military in nature, but clearly cyber warfare, we're vulnerable to it in North America. These two hacks have shown, I think, nothing but that. We really need to step up our game. It's good to see that this has obviously got attention at the White House. I'm sure it has, but I think the case is, what do we do going forward? In the case of the pipeline, it's been talked about how simple the system was to actually hack in the first place. So there is obviously some nefarious characters out there from some of these countries, and we need to protect ourselves because we're vulnerable when it comes to food, energy, and other industries, especially when we have this level of conglomeration.
All right. Well, Shaun, as always, thank you very much for your insight. Host of Real Ag Radio, Shaun Haney, connecting with us here this morning. Of course, you can catch Shaun on his show this afternoon. That's 4:30 Eastern on Sirius XM Radio 147 for Rural Radio.